How's it going, you guys? Kyle or Epic here with another tutorial for you all this week on a fun kind of movement. I have no idea what it's called. I'm just going to show it to you guys and hopefully I can teach it. But we call it like a double palm spin. So if you guys could, let me know what you guys call it in your area and I'll throw it in the tag so people who are looking for it can know what to find. And with nothing more to do, here's what it looks like. Like so. It's a lot of fun. It is not easy to learn, but once you get the idea or the understanding of the movement, it can get easy. If you don't have your palm spin, or if you don't have like a little lazy vault dash thing, then this may be a little difficult for you. So I recommend getting those down. The most basic way I can think about explaining it is to you go here, the half point, and then here as you come out. A few things, people think that it's picking your legs up, but believe it or not, if you think about bringing your legs up, they come right back down before you finish. It really is constantly swinging your momentum in a circular motion. As you go into it, approach it by thinking about leading with your ass going over the block. And you have to push off, but you don't want to send yourself flying. Push off just enough to support your body staying up until your legs come around to here, like so. That's the point where you plant that second hand, and yes, you got to keep your legs coming around. Now you don't want to be lazy. Pick your hips up as if you're coming around here. Lift your hips up so you can get that second hand. Otherwise, you're going to go sliding off as you come out of it. When you're coming up, you don't want to think about having your legs kind of stay open. You want to keep your feet and your legs and your knees kind of together in that tucked position because you're relying on a lot of core strength as well as arm strength, and you have to have the shoulder power to keep that support going down. So master this part here. You're going to go 1, 2, and you're going to keep drilling that over and over and over until it gets easier and easier and easier. 1, 2. Walking through it is going to be that awkward, especially when you're just learning it. So if you have to, stop for a second and do one movement at a time. A few more issues people have is they have the tendency to push straight up because they're used to that palm spin motion, so they're used to staying on that one side, they're used to staying off axis. With this, you're going to have to allow your body to go over the block. So don't think about double leg or reverse vaulting over it. Think about just pushing off but letting your body carry over. That's why earlier I mentioned letting your ass lead the way and spinning your body around the axis of where your hand is planted. So your hand stays there, you're spinning around on that axis to bring yourself to this position here. Sorry, my butt's in the camera, I know it might be annoying for some of you guys. From that point here, you plant your other hand on the other side, and then that's when you keep your hips up, plant the other hand, and scoot off. Like I said before, it is not an easy move to get down when you're learning it, but when you understand the idea of the movement and how it works, and you have the overall body control, it gets easier. This is one of those movements that you just have to continuously try more and more and more to figure out on your own. For hand placement, what I do is I come up and put my hand here. So if I was to go back to back, since I am starting with a reverse vault, I have my hands here, my fingers are on the other side, and my palm is on top of the block. So as I come over, around this second part, my hands do the exact same thing on the other side. So it's kind of like my hands are planting like this, both around. So you go 1, spin around, 2, come around again here to finish. And those are all the really only tips that I can think about to help guide you guys into learning this move. It is one of those movements where you have to just keep going for it and feel it out. Pay attention to the momentum, pay attention to hand placement, feel the overall movement. That way you can start figuring out what you're doing wrong. If you're messing up on a certain part, pay attention to how it felt before and imagine what you could do differently to help you get next to that second part closer. And it could be maybe you're not spinning enough. And the spinning part just has to do with the palm spin. It could be as simple as planting one hand here and popping and coming out like that. You have to get your control of your palm spin, or this will not be as easy as you might want it to be. Again, like I mentioned, don't bring your legs up, keep them tucked, but don't swing them out. Try and stay in that tucked position because the tighter you are, the faster you'll rotate, and that will assist you on coming over off the other side. I have noticed that in doing this, your wrists can start getting achy, so I highly recommend that you do one of these few stretches. Here, press. You don't want to break your wrist, just go to where you feel the tension, and just relax the muscles. You can wiggle it a little bit if you want to, and then shake it out. Same thing other side. I'll do this other hand because this one's ripped. Same thing other side. You go here, grab the fingers, have your palm facing up, and you just kind of pull slightly. Again, you don't want to break your wrist. Just pull where you feel the tension, and work the muscles out here. You can go here, back and forth, or you can just do one constant pull. Everybody kind of has their own way. Stretching your wrists out will help you get that mobility. There's also wrist conditioning drills you can do. Google search those. What's more to do? This is a tutorial for this movement. I call it the double palm spin. You guys can call it whatever you want. And here's some slow-mos. Thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Take great care, and please stay positive.